Heyo, how's it going, everyone? I'm Bobby D11, and this is my first, I know it's week 2, installment of weekly predictions for the NFL football season. Since I missed week 1 due to being busy and also coming up with the idea about 2 days ago, after I did my first watch with me on Twitch. I stream on Twitch Thursdays and Sundays. Come check me out sometime. I'd greatly appreciate it. Link will be in the description. Anyways, back to it. So, what I plan on doing is a weekly prediction every week with the NFL football season. I will start with week 2, of course, and we'll switch right over and look at it. When it comes to week 1, since I plan on keeping a score record of how I do and how everything goes, since I didn't do week 1, I'm going to kind of start it as a clean sheet. I'm going to go 8-8. I went 500 for the week. The biggest reason is when I looked at it, there was about 8 games that I think I would have picked the winner of. I would have been like, yes, I'm picking this team. They ended up winning, and there's 4 games. For example, the Packers, my team, I was as far off as possible. Along with teams like the Vikings losing the Bengals, I did not see that coming. Bengals look very good, in my opinion. I mean, maybe it's just Joe Burrow, or maybe the Vikings just didn't look that good. I was surprised and impressed with what I thought the Bengals would be. So we'll start right up. I'm going to say I went 8-8 because there's about 4 games that I would definitely have lost. And then, there's 4 that were just, 50-50. They go anyway. And just say I lost them all. We're 8-8. So we're going to start right on this list. So coming up, Washington versus the New York Giants. And I have no faith in that offensive line for the Giants. And I have a lot of faith in that front 7 defensively for Washington. So my pick will be Washington. Washington has some things to figure out, of course. They got a lot of new weapons and everything, but I think Washington's going to be a good team all year. They will probably be favorites, and I'm a fan. So moving on, we got Cincinnati, Chicago, Bengals and Bears. As I said, I really liked what Cincinnati did. Joe Burrow. Chase can't catch. Looks like he can catch, So I'm taking Cincinnati. With Andy Dalton and the Bears, it's just things are kind of a mess right now. I think later the Bears could be decent. I really like their 2 receivers, Mooney, Robinson, but right now with Andy Dalton, I don't have much confidence in the Bears. All right, moving on to Houston at Cleveland. I took Cleveland. Cleveland played the Chiefs very well, one of my Super Bowl picks. And, Houston's kind of in turmoil as well. Change of regime. Kind of a mess. But they look good. They beat Jacksonville, which is something. I'm taking Cleveland, though. All right, Rams at Colts. This was a tough one because, Colts have a great offensive line, but the Rams look efficient. And I think they're just going to get better and better. I took the Rams over the Colts. I know Colts are home, but it's definitely it's risky. I'm taking Rams. Bills at Miami. Now, I'm taking Miami because I wasn't entirely impressed with the Bills' defense. As well as I think the heat at this time of year is really going to get to them. They're upstate New York. That heat's going to hurt. Green Bay learned from that heat last week. I think the Bills will too. New England at the Jets. I'm taking the Pats. I don't trust the Jets at all. Niners at Philly. All right. Philly looked a lot better than I thought they would, honestly. Hurts wasn't bad, but I'm going to go with the Niners. Their defense, I don't know what was going on in that Lions game, but hey, I think they're a good team. I think that NFC West is the best division in football, and I think the Niners are going to beat Philly. Ooh, this was a tough game. Raiders, Steelers. That Raiders-Baltimore game, hope you guys watched it. That was a thriller. Vegas had to go and win twice. Anyways, it was a good game. Really good game. But, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh home. Their defense front seven. It's really good. I need to see more out of Vegas before I really go all in on them. I am liking that the division AFC West swept through all one week one. And, I mean, I had two of them losing. I had Chargers losing and the Raiders losing. So, see if they prove me wrong again. We're going to go Saints-Panthers for the next one. Saints kicked the crap out of the Packers, as we all know. And I picked Jameis as my, breakout candidate player. I mean, I know he's been a good quarterback, but I think the interception's going to be down. Touchdowns are going to be way up, and he's at 5-0 now. So, that's looking pretty good. I'm sticking Saints on that. Denver at Jacksonville. Denver. Just plain and simple. I think Denver's got a good roster. And Teddy, I think, is a great quarterback for them. I think that was the right choice going over Drew Lock. Going Denver. Minnesota at Arizona. I mean, I don't know if the Bengals are just impressive. Minnesota looked bad. I watched the game on and off. I will say I'm taking Arizona because Murray is next level. I think. Wow. It was impressive what he did out there. I'm taking Arizona over Minnesota, which I'm very happy if Minnesota starts 0-2. Atlanta at Tampa. Tampa Bay. There's not much there. I don't think Atlanta's got much going on. I mean, I think they're building and they might be heading in the right direction. I don't really know with the coaching standpoint, but I don't think they have a chance. I mean, they'll probably play tough. It's a divisional game, but also on the road. Maybe if it was at home, but no. Dallas at Chargers. Now, Dallas looked pretty good against Tampa. I also think Tampa gave them every opportunity to win that game. They had, handful of turnovers and 100 yards and penalties Tampa did, but Dallas did look good. On the other hand, Dallas lost their starting tackle and Lawrence, who I think is out for 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm going Chargers. Chargers also were very impressive, especially defensively. Then again, I don't think Washington's offensive line's too good, but that offensive line for the Chargers, I think, is for real. Next, we're going Tennessee at Seattle. Tennessee was a huge disappointment. I mean, it's game one, but I was disappointed. Henry didn't even look like he tried or something. I don't know what was going on with that. Anyways, I took Seattle. I mean, in Seattle, that's almost a guarantee for that team, over just history. So, Kansas City at Baltimore. Baltimore's defense was disappointing against Vegas, I think. I think that was the underlying story. I mean, there was a couple fumbles Lamar did. I think he fumbled twice that game. But, I mean, he does enough dynamic plays to where it is what it is. And I'm going to take Kansas City. It's the Chiefs. They got everything you'd ever want on a roster, plus probably the best player in the NFL. Lions at Packers. Monday Night Football. I'm going Packers. Hopefully they get something settled. I think it's still going to look ugly. I'm really worried. If we lose, I am incredibly worried. Just terrified in terms of that, especially with the Niners coming up in week 3. But I'm going Packers on Monday night. And that is my predictions. I plan on getting a little more into this next week, especially because I'll go through my entire list and see what I was right and wrong with. But for now, I think that's all I got. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And look forward to seeing you in a week. Have a good one, guys. Go Green Bay.